Hey, Carrie. Oh, your lipstick looks very nice.
Oh, well, thank you, Dr. Hodler.
I think I have your glasses on. So, anyway, you had given me a call about your partner who has an alcohol and/or drug problem.
Yep.
So, tell me a little bit about how things have been for you.
Um, it's very exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
Being the caretaker, the watch person, trying to motivate and separate myself from the situation, and being constantly worried about his feelings and his triggers and his inability to take action.
Okay. So, and it's you've been with him for how many years altogether?
Oh gosh, at least 10 years.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
Okay, and you had said on the phone some of that time he was sober. When you met him, he was sober. So you met the sober him, and then since then it's been really a lot of interruptions for him, and yet he's been persistent and stubborn and has made several attempts to get back on the wagon, as they say, but for the most part he's been off the wagon.
Yes, I think he does try for the sake of me or for some other reasons. You know, he feels this desperate need because he also suffers from depression, and I think that the attempts he's made, it's not necessarily a good fit for him, and so and then it becomes frustrating for me. So he doesn't stay with me all of the time, but he does come and stay indefinitely, but he has his own place. So when it becomes too much for me, he goes to his place, which is even a deeper hole for him. And so I think he just almost pays lip service, kind of.
Lip service to
me and to whatever attempts, whatever program he enters,
to getting sober.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So he comes. You guys you separate at times, and your place is like a safe place for him to come to, and you take care of him. And that wears on you because you're trying to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And you'd mentioned you had a daughter too, and you're trying 15. To take care of 15-year-old. A lot of work. A lot of work, right?
Yeah.
So, and then on top of that, just everything else for you. So, I'm wondering if it would be okay to explain what we do in craft.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess let me start out by asking you: have you attended Al-Anon in the past?
Yes, I have.
Okay. All right. We're very different than Al-Anon, although we think Al-Anon is a great program. We think the 12 steps are great. We think the 12 traditions are great. And if the whole world were running using the steps and the traditions, we'd be a happy place. So
President really Obama should think about that.
12 traditions, if we use them for the country, it'd be great. Anyway, our purpose is to assist you in having a really high quality life, regardless of what happens with your partner.
That would be excellent.
You're interested in that.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Because that is truly the main goal, because we don't have a clue as to whether or not he will ever get sober or stay sober.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like actually he is pretty motivated. And at one point, when we see somebody, I think you had said he had a really long length of sobriety at one point.
Oh God, he was amazing. I mean, that's when I fell in love with him. I mean,
watching your eyes light up just thinking about him.
Yeah. I mean, it was just he was the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
he had the glow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I had the glow from his glow.
Got to borrow some of his glow.
Yeah, I was like his
Okay.
groupie.
Okay. Well, you know what? What better partner a wife couldn't ask for than to have a groupie?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
be his cheerleader. So, right now, you have a glow, and it would be great to be able to have you glow all on your own and
Yeah.
be happy. And, you know, hopefully, you know, he'll make a decision. Sometimes we find that part of what, so there's a couple of different goals here, several goals. One is just to work with you on helping to identify the ways to improve the quality of your time, your personal time, or what people call me time. The other thing would be to actually do a little bit of work to find out what are some of the triggers that occur between you and him that caused reactions in you when he is drinking.
Yeah.
Because we have found that they're usually very predictable sequences, and so this is a cognitive behavioral therapy approach, so that you and I together would figure out what kind of things, like when he says something, walks in the door, does something, triggers you off, all right, and assist you in finding.
My wheels are already turning.
Are they okay? Right, great, good. To find a better, a better and healthier way for you to remove yourself from that situation. Because the idea here is we want to actually increase his non-drinking behavior, and we want to increase non-drinking. We want to decrease his drinking behavior. So this is kind of like, have you ever seen the show Super Nanny?
Yes.
Okay, this is Super Nanny. All,
Do I have to have the British accent?
If you want to develop one, go right ahead. So
I'll go for the Irish accent.
So whether or not you tell him that you're coming to see me, the purpose is not for him to come into treatment or for couples therapy or anything like that. But if he becomes interested, which we find that about 60 to 70% of the partners become very interested, largely because of the changes they see in you as you get happier.
The attraction rather than the promotion.
Right. So
that would be a miracle. I would love that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, because we did try therapy at one point, and he was so negative because he thought it was attacking about him, and he didn't give it a chance to get to the point where it was for us, or because I think it like you said, it's in my changing that would bring on some change in him. Is that right?
Quite possibly. What we often find is what we call the identified patient, which is the person who's the drinker or drugger. We call them the IP, and you're known as the CSO, the concerned significant other.
Sounds important.
CSO. We find that a lot of the IPs get very intrigued by the fact that their partners have stopped nagging them, because they don't realize your nagging is actually a show of love for them, that if you cared nothing at all, you would say nothing.